Good morning and welcome to the morning show with Angel and Tina. How are you doing today, Tina?
I'm doing fabulous. However, I have been up since 1:30 this morning. I could not,
Why?
for some reason, every time I turn my alarm on, because my body does not wake up on alarm. So when I do turn my alarm on, then I can't sleep. So I was like tossing and turning at 1:30. I've been up since 1:30. So about 6:30 this morning, I'm on like my fourth cup of coffee, I think. And I had to do an errand this morning, and so I was able to go to Starbucks, and I got my pink drink, like we were talking about yesterday. I got my pink drink. Everybody's loving this pink drink.
What is the pink drink?
Okay, so they said
it's
coffee. It's awesome. No, it's no coffee.
Oh, well then why?
Which is crazy for me, right? So this is the crazy kind of funny story because I show up and I have this like pink furry like jacket. And I have my pink shades on and I have, all this. And I order a pink drink and he goes, oh my God, hold on. I got to take a picture. The whole look, you got pink and this and your
the barista is taking your picture?
The barista. He's like, hold on, I got to take a picture. You got the whole look going for you. He goes, hold on, let me get you your pink drink.
Did he send it to you? Do you have it? Did he get your phone number?
I don't have it. I don't know. Oh. I don't even know who this kid is.
You've got.
I took a picture.
You posed for some guy. He's no guy.
Well, not, posed. I mean,
posed when you're like this, that's posed. Well, let's say hello to our fabulous guest in his virtual studio today. John, how are you?
I'm doing good, guys. I'm kind of right on her level as far as being tired and living my life on Bang energy drinks.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Yeah. So funny story is I never met John before, like in real life, but I completely stalked him on TikTok. And
hold on, pause.
She says pause.
Right, because she's gonna rush through a lot of this stuff. Okay, so she completely stalked you on
friendly stalking.
It's a very friendly stalking.
Yeah. So you guys say Tina she is our resident stalker. Like she's always going out trying to find like who would be a great guest on the show. And she's like, okay, Angel, here I found somebody. Here, I've got this one.
But it's in the most lovable way.
And then she brings them on and says that I was stalking you. I'm like, yeah, this is getting a little weird.
Well, they know.
Yeah, I think I need to go.
Okay, you may continue now.
Okay, so I was stalking him, but it wasn't like, call me, I love you type of stalking. It was just 2.5 hours worth of TikTok binge watching. And
2.5 hours of binge watching John Collins on TikTok. So now before we go any further,
put in the comments below if you were on TikTok.
Find him.
I have no idea. I'm not even on TikTok. Okay.
I mean, there's some good stuff there, I think.
He has a lot of good stuff on there. I found him via Instagram. And you know how you can go through Instagram and get on TikTok. So I was going through TikTok and then I see this guy talking about how, you shouldn't abuse women and you should treat women good and this and that. I was like, oh, wow, that's a guy saying that. I'm like, oh. And so then I click on his name and I'm going through all his TikToks and I'm going, well, I won't say what I was doing, but
yeah. So
she's like, let's not say that, Tina.
John,
yes, ma'am.
and you've got a wink.
He's got this
to die for.
That he does at the end of every TikTok.
Oh my God. This isn't a filter. I'm actually this red.
Come on, we gotta do it again.
Oh my gosh, I'm crying.
We gotta do this again.
That yeah, she sent me that. I was like, okay, you could watch that all day long. Absolutely all day long.
So I just got this guy. I said, because I don't care. I reach out to like anybody and everybody. I don't care how big they are or how much people are like, oh my God, you're never going to get that person. I do a private message. Hey, I'm Tina Torres and I host a morning show. Would love to have you on. Some people, they don't care. They don't ever respond. He responded. I was like, oh, Woo! And so
You were nice.
oh my God, look. She's like, well, who is he?
You were one of the good messages that I get.
Let's see.
Okay, so she came across, because I mean we all get messages from people we've never met before, have no idea who they are. And so do you have like some criteria, John, on what you're looking for, of whether or not you'd be willing to respond to somebody who messages you?
Most of the messages because I actually do spend a lot of time responding to people and this and that. Like, I don't have like a social media manager as some big influencers do that respond to a lot of their stuff for them. If it's a message like thanking me for what I do, or if it's like a message saying like, hey, this video took me out of a hard place and I want to appreciate you for what you're doing, or hey, this is something that's going on in my life that I can relate to based on that video that you did, like messages like that, like I'll respond to all day, and I'll actually spend, I'll have a conversation with you. But a lot of the messages that are like, hey, you look like my next ex-husband. I'm like,
wait, what did they say? You look like my next ex-husband?
Something like that.
See, I've heard of that. I've seen that.
I am not that crazy.
No, like what stood out to me when Tina messaged me, she obviously told me about the talk show, and I recently released a video because me and her have a little bit of common about some like abusive stuff that's happened in a few of our past relationships. So I posted a video about that, because I got through my situation and so did she. And the video at the end was like, I'm proud of you for, pushing through and not giving up on those situations.
And then he said,
I'm too tired. I can't do it right now. Funny story about that is I couldn't wink for anything before TikTok. I had to learn.
Really?
I had a terrible wink.
I can't wink. So you learned how to do that?
So there's so many different trends within TikTok, like this and that like, if you want to stay trending or if you want to have a little extra fun and this and that, and like I get tagged in all of them. So there was all these winking challenges, and they were like, you have nice eyes, you should do these winking challenges. And the first time I did one, I was like, like
that would be me.
I'm like, I gotta work on
You're like,
this.
yeah, that looks really sexy.
Like, no, I gotta work on this. Like, I'm still not the best dancer, but I try if it's like, not more than like 5 different steps. Okay,
so how long have you been on TikTok?
April 3rd was my first video.
This year?
Yes.
And you have 1.5 million followers.
Yes.
And let me tell you, he has 100,000 on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And Instagram, if you're watching, please, what is it? Certify you?
Verification.
Can you verify him, please? Because he, obviously he's a person. He needs to be verified. He needs that little blue check.
I'm trying really hard to get verified, because one of the biggest reasons when it comes to being verified is people, they're more reassured that like you are who you are. I deal with probably 10 to 15 different fake accounts that are made every single day with my videos and my pictures, and within TikTok and Instagram, and now fake Facebook accounts and stuff like that, 10 to 15 daily. So you add that up, ever since I really started to blow up, I became more known around mid-May. So you got to think, I mean, that was maybe 5 fake accounts a day back then, and now it's getting to 10 or 15. Like, it's been thousands. I get messages all the time from people yelling at me, and I'm like, oh, you're just gonna stop talking to me now that I sent you all this money? Like, there is people that are getting catfished and scammed, and it's honestly disgusting. And that's, I've emailed Instagram, I've emailed TikTok about this. I've sent them screenshots of all these messages, all these kind of things. And
but these people are creating these fake accounts, which they do. I mean, we got one. I know, Angel, you've gotten them before. But they're creating a fake account about you, but then asking the women for money in return.
Yeah, well, they try to win them over, because whoever is doing this, they come into my live streams, they stalk my life, they know this and this about me to make it seem like they are who they are. But like, when I've gotten some conversations that have been sent to me. Like the moment that woman asks like, hey, can we FaceTime or something like that, they'll either stop talking to them or make up an excuse like, oh, I'm on a business trip. I'm about to hit a plane right now. I can't. Like I've seen these disgusting messages, like, and they take advantage of different different things that happen in my life. So when my uncle was becoming sick about 2.5 months ago, I obviously went up to Georgia, and I was really upset in my live stream. I talked about it, this and that. These fake people made fake Cash App accounts with a variation of my name, and were requesting $100, $500, saying like, this is for my uncle that's in the hospital. And they were getting money from these people. And then I get messages from them that are like, well, that wasn't you, so what are you going to do about it?
I'm like, yeah, I got nothing, right? I'm not involved in that. Like, call the police, right? Like,
yeah, I have made countless Instagram stories and TikTok videos about like, hey, like, this is the only things that I have. Please. But at the same time, you would think like, all right, the accounts that are, getting fooled, like these people that are getting fooled by the accounts, they only have like 3 followers. They're brand new accounts. They have like 3 posts.
Kind of be a little bit smarter than the average person.
Yeah, it's
like, you get things on Facebook or anything like that. I'm like, yeah, you're not, you're not a prince really in Africa who wants you to be your wife.
But they take things, they make it sound like, and if somebody's kind of following you and they kind of know and they're reading it fast, right? Because we're reading these messages quickly. We're not stopping. We're just like, oh, click, okay, done, click. Like we're just taking action.
And they're very clever. They're very similar to my screen name. They have my same black and white photo that I have on all my media accounts, like this and that.
In fact, today I started talking to him. Another John Collins, like _, something, reached out to me, and then I like looked on his story, and he had just put something, just put something, you're getting anything, it's not me. And I was like, yo, I just reported it. But you gotta, on the other side of things, you gotta be smart. You gotta know that these people are not the real people.
And the messages, they all start out the same way. Hey, thank you for the love and support. This is my private account where I can connect a little bit more deeper with my fans.
Oh.
And then they move them to see, I don't have a Google Hangouts account. I don't have WhatsApp or anything like that. So what they do is they move the people that are believing who it is to those media sections, and they start texting them on Google Voice numbers and this and that. Funny thing about that is someone sent me a Google Voice number of one of these people probably 2 weeks ago, and I texted it acting like I was a woman and that I was a fan of John Collins. Then they started asking me for money. They started asking me for money, like, oh my God, can you help me out with this? My clothing line, I need to put a little bit more money into it, this and that. And I'm talking to this person because they don't know it's me. And then at the end, I sent a little video with a big F you middle finger. And I'm like, you guys are sick.
How distracting. Like, you're out there making this impact and you've got all of this recognition, but how distracting now for you to have to like take this time to deal with all this
every day,
right? Every day. How do we what do we do?
It's
how do we
verification will stop.
It'll be a little bit easier because that is the only account that person uses. And
like when you're verified, you're not allowed to have another account.
You get a little blue check mark next to your name.
So is it an application? Do they have to discover you? Does it?
So for TikTok, you have to be more in the media, I guess you would say, to get verified. Like there's creators that have 2 million, 2.5 million, 3 million, and they're not verified, this and that, because you have to be in the media. You have to have been,
Well, John, let's get you published. Let's put out some press releases. Let's
I was just on TV in Chattanooga, Tennessee last weekend.
There you go. There you go.
So there's one.
One down, 99 to go.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna take forever.
Right? Okay, so you started in April. Why
Yes,
TikTok?
ma'am.
Why that platform?
It probably started as, as a lot of people, the pandemic. So I used to work as a salesperson at Verizon Wireless before I got into social media. Our
What?
stores, yeah, Verizon.
Well, it wasn't actually Verizon, it was cellular sales, but yeah. It was
I worked at cellular sales as well for 2 years.
What?
Yeah, in the Florida market.
In the whole Southeast region.
Yep, I was the number one salesperson in Florida.
What?
It was
So John, where
in Georgia?
Florida.
Where are you? Are you in Florida? Where are you located?
Yeah, I'm from Warner Robins, Georgia, but I live in South Florida.
I'm moving to Florida, so
well,
it's a big
you
state,
live
though.
in
Come
Florida
south.
now, Angel. You're not
Well,
moving
yeah,
to
but
Florida. You live there
well,
now.
kind of. I don't have a permanent address, so it's weird to say that I live here because I have a temporary address. We're buying a house.
That is crazy that he lives in Warner Robins, because that's where
That's where I was born. I don't live there.
Okay,
I was born in Warner Robins.
I used to live in Savannah, and then I moved to Atlanta, and that's when I started working at Cellular Sales for 8 years.
I'm so excited that you guys are talking about this, because neither of you knew this, that I actually brought you both on today because you are actually brother and sister.
I knew I wasn't an only child.
Brother and sister.
Like you both live in the same place. You both worked at the same thing. You both have like all this like in common. You really are twins separated at birth.
At birth, except for like 12 years apart.
Yeah.
On his side.
But yeah, so back to what we were saying. It basically the pandemic, like our stores, we locked down, I want to say March 25th or March 27th or something like that. And when I was working, I mean, there was people at my job that were like, hey man, you should probably get on TikTok. And I'm like, I don't have the time for that. That's stupid. But like when, we got locked down and there was literally nothing to do. I had no outlet to express myself. I had no one to talk to. I had a lot of things going on in my life that I could portray and this and that. So yeah, April 3rd, I just started as like, lip syncing some of my favorite, country songs that I grew up on, and, putting a little message with it, and little Southern me. And then
the week came out.
Yeah. But yeah, it just took off because
our people are blowing up on social media.
It was an
How often were you putting out videos?
I average about 5 a day.
5 a day. Okay. All right. So
About
see, that's commitment.
And
that's
how long
commitment.
But it doesn't take just like, okay, let me just do a video real quick and pop it up. Like you got to do like all these things. So how long does it take you to create the video and the message? Because he does some amazing messages. It's not just like,
I would say
empowerment messages.
The videos to where like I know that are gonna have a strong message behind them. That's something I believe in. Those probably take me about an hour to an hour and a half, because I want to make the emotion right. I want to make the message match the lyrics of the song that I chose. So it's more than just one of those little challenge videos that I could do on first take and get it up in 6 minutes. Those stronger message ones, I actually, I take my time on. I really, really think about, because I want to get it right.
Yeah. I mean, and that's why I binge watched him for 2.5 hours, because he had all these amazing, like, I was like, oh my gosh, like you're really talking to like me, because that's all the things that I was going through, just different things, trust issues and going through a divorce and all these things. And I'm just watching him and he's just like,
yeah, I get that a lot.
And I'm like, huh. And then
I'm not,
one video got me really, I don't even know what song it was. It was a country song, but
it's Murphy Elmore.
I want to thank him, or
what's the name of the song? It's by Murphy Elmore. Is a I know the lyrics. I just can't think of the title at this moment.
You can sing them.
Yeah, sing it. Go ahead.
It's like, I kind of want to thank him, but I kind of want to knock him out. I kind of want to push him up against the wall. I kind of want to buy him around. I kind of want to make him pay. But like, that song is basically about someone that didn't treat a woman well. Some people get the message of that song a little bit wrong. Well, why do you want to buy him around? Why like,
because now you have her.
Exactly. If basically that is a song about a woman getting out of a hard situation, and if it wasn't for him mistreating her and ruining that relationship, she would have never been able to get out and be treated right.
Yeah,
that's exactly what that message is about.
See, I got it immediately.
Like, I got crazy comments on that video. It was like, well, why do you want to thank him? Why do you want to buy him something? He was bad.
I mean, like, go too deep. Like, it's just listen to it. And if you, I like, with me, I've been in that situation, so I immediately got it. You know, I was like, oh, you know, and I like the way you did it, and I enjoy the way you were talking to all the women out there. You know,
it's called Whoever Broke Your Heart.
Oh, he's like,
look at that. He's like, downloaded. Got
Whoever
it.
Broke Your Heart. Murphy
Whoever broke your heart, right? And because they broke your heart, you are now right, free. Because of that. So, all right. So, I mean, did you? And now that you've got right all of this, all of followers, is there? Like, where do you go from here? Do you keep growing? Are you like?
I love what I do. It not only am I helping people through struggle, I'm also able to express myself at the same point. I've been through a lot in 2020, a lot of family loss, and I can honestly say, if it wasn't for, like, I lost 3 family members in 6 months. My mother, my grandmother, and my uncle, all within 6 months. So like, there's a lot of people that I can honestly say, without TikTok and my live streams and kind of that social media family that I've built, that we have each other's backs, because I actually do life coach a lot of people on the side too. If it wasn't for TikTok, I don't know if I would be in a positive emotional state within those 6 months, as I mean, I would eventually, but there's a lot about TikTok in the family that I built that actually kept me together, and we've kept each other together. So I'm not stopping.
Isn't it amazing how out of the darkness, right? You know, this was this very dark time for a lot of people, but you were able to tap into, discover something inside of you, and a message that you could reach people in a way that may not have happened, right? Want to buy COVID around, right? Like, COVID is kind of our look what's happened.
There's just so much struggle and like life experiences that I've been through, just ups and downs in my life, whether, 2020, basically my whole life, when it comes to fake friends and bad relationships and just troll people and negative people trying to bring down your energy, this and that. I've experienced that. So like every word of every video or every experience that I might portray, that has happened in my life. And because my life is so relatable, because I'm not afraid to kind of open my heart up in my live streams and like my videos, and I'm not afraid to expose my heart and my feelings, it's very resonatable, and people get it. And I can't tell you the amount of people that have messaged me and they were like, your video today hit me so hard. I was feeling like this, and now guess what? I felt like I was gonna, this is kind of vulgar, but I felt like I was going to end my life. And all of a sudden your video popped on my feed, and it gave me a better outlook for that day, which kept me moving. There's many people that I've life coached out of suicide, because I don't tell a lot of people this, but I have tried to do that to myself 4 years ago. So I can relate to those people that have been in the lowest hole of hole, and I've gotten out of it because of something clicked in my mind that I might have been feeling bad at that moment, but I'm meant for something down the road. So I live by
planting, that little, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're putting the video up now or 6 months from now, they're going to be able to watch it when they, binge watch your things.
Yeah.
These crazy, strange people binge watch all your stuff in one night. But they can see that, they can see and they can feel that, and it might get them out of there. And when I started telling my story on stage, and when I was speaking on stage and stuff, I was like, I don't want people to know that about me. Like I felt ashamed. Like, why would you stay? But then I started telling people my story, and then people would come up to me in the bathroom or in the back of the room or whatever and say, oh my God, thank you so much for sharing. And me too. And, I did this, and I went through a similar situation, or I'm in a similar situation.
You became the voice for those people.
Yeah. That's what you're able to do to those 1.5 million people who are following you. And then, you're not bad to look at too. So it just kind of gives like a 2.
How many times do you think you wink every day, John?
Only in my videos. I try not to do
videos,
it in public.
Yeah, he's driving down the street going.
If I do it in public, I don't know what's gonna happen. Traffic crash or something. I'm just kidding. But no, what kind of playing back off what Tina was saying, because she finally opened up and started to express her story. There's many people that I have talked to that have shared very private information with me, some information that they have never told anyone, not even their closest families, of what they've went through in the past, this and that.
Because who are you going to tell?
Yeah, I'm a closed book. Like you tell me something in secrecy, it's not going to leave the room. But I was able to motivate some of these people within their TikTok. I'm like, listen, you have a life experience that, that some people could relate to. Like, I'm helping you. You might be able to open up and help people that I'm not even reaching. So like, these people have opened up their stories and their TikToks to, whether it be domestic violence or mental awareness or suicide prevention, like this and that. There's so many outlets that have opened up to these different subjects just because they saw me not being afraid to put myself out there. And it's helped so many people within, like,
are you getting guys and girls coming to you?
Yeah. There's a guy that I became friends with. His name is Neil. He goes by Tons of Fun on TikTok. He was, before he found my page in April, he was immobile. He was very morbidly obese. Like he couldn't walk on his own. So he came across my page and he took my messages to a new level. He lost almost 200 pounds since he came across my page.
John, he people's lives.
Yeah, he has. I talk to him every other day to keep him on this motivation. He's been to my house. I've invited him to my meetups and this and that. He can walk on his own now. We've done videos together of him jumping around, dancing to a country song, whereas before he couldn't even walk on his own. Like that's just one example of like a crazy experience, and it's male and female. That I mean, it's definitely the percentages up there when it comes to my followers being female, but like I help both sides.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to talk to either gender or sexuality. It doesn't matter, because we're all human. We all bleed the same red blood.
Yeah.
If you have an issue, we're still human. Everyone has issues. I don't care what color you are, what sexuality you are. We all relate to issues.
The human race.
Exactly.
Well, we got to take a quick commercial break to thank our sponsors. So we will be right back.
Okay. Tina, can you see this graphic?
Yep, I can. Perfect.
Fabulous. Well, we want to say thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to John for coming in and being the bright start to our day, having this unscripted conversation, and what an impact he is making. Right. And just to remind us all that we have a story, and right now somebody somewhere needs to hear your story and needs to hear the journey that you have been through. So we love having John on, but we want to say thank you to ZTV Network, the Zandra TV Network. We are digitally and globally streamed on across all the digital marketing platforms, Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, Hulu, all of them. So thank you so much to Zandra TV Network. If you've ever thought about hosting your own TV show, you've got a podcast, you've got a YouTube channel, you're putting out content, connect with them on their website, beonztv.com. That's beonztv.com, and schedule a discovery call and see if TV is the next step for you. Bliss by the Lake Boutique is our clothing sponsor. And Tina, when she's out and about, even baristas take pictures of her in her fabulous wares that she gets over at Bliss by the Lake Boutique. Follow them online, and they ship everywhere, and they do trunk shows and fashion shows every single week on their social media page. And then Sonic VA, a virtual assistant business that specializes in making YouTube ready videos for speakers, authors, coaches, and entrepreneurs. YouTube is the most visited social media platform on the planet. Although today we're talking about TikTok, good stuff there too. They say it should be at the center of all your marketing efforts, and consistently dropping engaging videos is the most effective way to deliver binge-worthy content to your audience. Sonic VA knows how to add the sizzle to your recorded content, edit it, and publish it with the right keywords to get you noticed. Connect with them at sonicva.com/video, sonicva.com/video, and mention the Angel and Tina Morning Show to get a 10% discount off your first 5 videos. Sonic VA, Bliss by the Lake Boutique, and Zandra TV Network, thank you for sponsoring the Angel and Tina Morning Show. So, John, what are you most excited about right now coming down the pike? What are you looking forward to?
Just turning 2021 into a lot better year for a lot of people than 2020 was. To continue this path that I'm on right now, and just to help more people. It's been an absolutely amazing experience so far. And I was always like, even before TikTok, I was always the person that a lot of my friends came to that needed an ear to listen, that needed a little bit of a kick in the butt when they were down. That, hey, I'm going through a hard time. Let's go get a drink. I know it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I was just like, all right, man, I gotta get out of bed. And now I can do that for millions.
All you have to do is get on video, and you're people.
I am more than humbled with what's going on in my life. Like, there's a lot of people that I've come across, because now I'm doing meet and greets. Now I'm doing charity events and stuff like that, raising money for children's hospitals, toy drives.
Charity event. He just got through a charity event last week in Tennessee. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we were in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It was put on by a fellow creator, and honestly, I call him family at this point. His name is _Chad. So his little daughter, Mia, is 2 years old, and she's been fighting leukemia for the past 6 or 7 months. It's a very hard subject to talk to. I don't have kids, but if I was a father, what this man goes through on a daily basis when it comes to his social media exposure, because if you're big on social media, you're going to get haters no matter how positive you are. And this man, with what he's going through with his daughter, with some of the hate that he gets, this and that, always keeps a smile on his face. And he is a good man, and he's a great father. So we were in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we got a group of creators together from all over the United States. And that weekend, we raised over $13,000 for that Erlanger's Children's Hospital. That's the hospital where his daughter is being treated. It was just surreal. So now we're able to do various things around the country, COVID permitting, because we have a lot of guidelines that we have to abide by. Like, we had to all test negative before we met up. We had to provide that. There's a lot of different guidelines that we have to abide by to even do these events. And to be able to do these events during such a hard time for such a good cause, it's amazing. And the group of people that we brought together, I think there was almost 13 of us that came together from all around the country. Within the 13 of us, I mean, we have about 12 or 13 million followers between the group. So we can all do what we do in such a good way. But yeah, that was in Chattanooga for the Erlanger's Children's Hospital, and we did it for his daughter.
So way back in April, right, when you turned on that camera for the first time and said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And now just less than a year, right? Less than a year,
Yeah.
you were able to rally and come together with a group of 13 people to make this incredible impact. And this is just one little piece. Like every single day, there's an amazing story that is happening because
that's
you
just
were
one
brave
little
enough. Yeah.
I did a charity toy drive. I want to say it was maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, at this tinning place. They tinted my car, and they came to me and they were like, hey man, what do you do? Like, what do you do outside of it? And I'm like, I love doing things for charities and stuff like that. He's like, would you love being a part of a toy drive that we want to do? And I said, absolutely. What do I need? What do I need to do? So we actually brought people from all around Florida, some amazing cars, some amazing people. We did a car show toy drive. And because of COVID, everything had to be brand new toys, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
We brought in almost $5,000 of brand new toys at this event to donate for Toys for Tots. Like when you walk into his office, he has a big office, this area that, the lounge and the desk and stuff like that. You couldn't walk without stepping on a toy. The entire room, the entire floor was a toy, and it was layered. Like it was amazing. Like, so we helped the children's cancer at Erlanger's. We're doing toy drives. There's many, many things that we have coming in the future. So we have our next event that we're doing as a group is going to be in Vegas. There's a website for it. It's called Vegas Invasion TT as in TikTok.com. That's going to be April 16th to April 18th. And this guy he's been a part of our group, his name's Chief Nitro. So we're doing that event, and, they're selling lanyards and this and that and this and that, blah, 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 blah. And all the proceeds go to, I want to say it's a certain military veteran chapter to help military veterans because he is a veteran. So that's another thing that we're going to be doing. There's a lot of different things that we want to do.
Well, John, how can we help? Like, how can we get involved? How can our followers get involved and words? Because you're doing
we do a lot of our the biggest thing, if you guys want to help, is just to follow the pages. Follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, because every single thing we do is announced in a video or on our live streams. Like I do a live stream almost 6 days a week. I'll be on a live stream from 2 to 4 p.m. on my TikTok today. Pretty much I'm going to get off here, go get a haircut and get on my stream. Cause I'm meeting with some people from MTV a little bit later tonight. And then, the biggest thing, if you want to help, is to just follow the pages and tune in.
How do we follow you? What is your Instagram handle?
My Instagram handle is John Collins 21 with no H, just JONCOLLINS 21. It's the same on Instagram and the same on TikTok. My Instagram has like 105,000 and my TikTok just hit 1.5 million. So those 2 pages, and that's it. I don't use any other social media, no hangouts, no nothing.
And he's not going to ask you for money.
I will not ask you for money unless there's a charity link involved.
Yeah, so do not send any money.
No.
Anybody named John Collins, because that is not him. John, what is your biggest goal for 2021?
What I was telling Angel is just to make it better than 2020.
Do you
donate
have a goal to hit maybe 5 million on TikTok or?
So I never even thought that I would be where I'm at now. So it's hard to be like, all right, I'm going to hit 5 million because I'm like, how am I at 1.5? Like it's crazy. Like when I hit 1 million, there was these people that were like, oh, the next step's 2 million. And I'm like, get out of here. Like, I don't know what's going on in my life.
You're going to be at 2 million by the end of the month.
The algorithm's terrible right now, so probably in a couple months. But I would just say, just to be able to do more events, throughout this year for more of a better cause, to donate more money to charities, to do more special events for better causes and meet more people. I don't see myself any better than what I was before all this started. Like, there's a lot of people that have met me. They were like, wow, like you are very down to earth. A lot of people in your social media status, whatever you want to call it, they let it get to their head. Like, I love meeting new people because I'm just excited to meet these people as they are to meet me. Like, people, like we did a charity event in Foley, Alabama at the OWA theme park for a couple people with cystic fibrosis awareness. So like there was a few people that met me, and like I'm walking around the park and I hear John and I'm like, hey, like I love meeting new people. Like I'm like, I get so excited. Like I'll take.
I was getting my eyebrows done yesterday and she was like, so who's on your show tomorrow? I'm like, oh my gosh, you're gonna die. It's this like major guy on TikTok. And she goes, who is it? And I showed her. She goes, oh my God, I watch him.
Oh, yeah.
So she's watching right now too. But
Yeah.
John, if there is anybody out there, who have been in a similar situation like you and I, and, so many other people, anything, I mean, it doesn't have to be, domestic violence or anything like that, but there's so many things reasons why people stay in relationships or stay in places that they don't need to stay in. And so if there's anybody out there listening, what would you say to them?
That you deserve better and to not settle. So one of the things that I believe in, which is a quote that has resonated in my life for so long, is the broken roads lead to beautiful destinations. I've lived by that for so many years because we all go through hard times in our life. We all go through hard times. There's going to be a broken road. There's going to be a bump in it, but it's all going to lead to where we want it to lead as long as we stay on that path. So at the end of every one of my streams, I'll say that quote, but I add a little bit to it. I say, don't allow the negativity or the hard times in your life allow you to make the wrong turn. So just to stay on that path to the destination that you want. And another little saying that I'm known for on TikTok is you can, you will. It's a mindset. It's a mentality. So if you have that mindset of I can't or I won't get through this,
then you're not.
You won't. But if you change that mindset just a little bit stronger to you can and you will do this, you can or you will deserve better. You'll get through a lot of things that you would never think you would get through. And I've done the same thing in my life.
What an inspiration, John, that you have turned into this year. And so sorry about the loss of your family. I mean, it's heartbreaking, but it's one of those things that now you've climbed this mountain and showing other people that it can be climbed. And
that's exactly why.
Mom too. And so I think a lot of the things that he talks about are, from a single mom perspective. And,
my mom was a single mom raising me. So I have the utmost respect for single moms. And that's why I don't change based on what's going on in my life, because I know who I was raised to be. My family, I lost my family, and I know that they're looking down on me
Well, your mom and your grandmother are probably so proud of you. They're so proud of all the things that you're doing. You're changing lives. I mean, you got this guy out of the house, so now he's going to live a longer life. You're saving these women and even men, their lives. And that little seed that you're planting, something that you experienced yourself, and that you're letting them know it's okay and you can get through it.
Absolutely. And I gave that man one of my XXL shirts, and he's using just a shirt of mine as motivation to get into. He'll throw it on right now. It's a little tight, but he's like, yo, I would have never been able to put on this even tight about 4 months ago or 5 months ago. Like when I came across your page, he's like, it looks like a belly shirt right now, but I got it on. But like, so I gave him one of my shirts. It's just like, that's his way of even though I get a little busy and I may not have that time to reach out, because honestly, I can't tell you my schedule is nuts. I can barely keep track of it. I think I have to write when I need to use the bathroom at 12 p.m. sometimes. But like he has that shirt as a reminder that, you know, I'm there, no matter if he's not talking to me or not.
Yeah.
Well, John, I'm excited to see the journey and see what else opens up. We'll have to have you kind of check in with us throughout the year, see these milestones. We'd love to. I mean, I know you're doing
Tina
this.
will stalk me and blow me up a little bit more.
Right, the Vegas invasion. You know, we have an event in Vegas that same weekend that we've been invited to. So who knows? We could end up seeing you in person.
Hell yeah.
But we'd love to.
April 16th, 17th, and 18th.
Our event the same weekend.
Our event is going to be in downtown. So it'll be like in the Plaza Fremont area. I might be getting a room on the Strip just if I need to get away from the craziness. I can go away from the craziness. But our event is going to be in Fremont.
You think that you're going to be staying at?
Oh, Caesar's maybe.
Nobody. That's only for me. This is only for the producers of the show.
Yeah, I actually went to Vegas last for New Year's. It's been 10, 12 years since I actually been there, and I was able to stay at the Venetian on this deal that I found online, and it's the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
Yeah, I like the Venetian. It's so pretty.
Well, John, thanks so much for hanging out with us this morning and for sharing your story. It's so inspiring. And yeah, please continue to check in if you've ever have events or anything that we can do to rally behind you, and definitely be a support there.
Follow the pages, watch the videos, tune in to the live streams.
TikTok, but I did follow you on Instagram. So
perfect.
Yes.
Now you gotta make a TikTok. I want to see your first video this week.
Oh, jeez.
I gotta learn to make a TikTok video. I'm like,
I'll do my John wink. Like,
exactly. Just throw a little bit of that into it. Oh my God, what am I doing with my life?
Well, stick around, John, for a few more minutes. Angel,
yes, ma'am.
What do you got to say to all of our viewers? We have a lot of viewers today.
I can't see how many viewers. Can you tell me who's watching?
I can tell you some people.
How many people are watching this right now? I'm curious.
33 right now, but it goes out. There's 33 on our Facebook. It goes out to over 1 million people.
So everyone just saw me do that little roll wink thing. Thanks.
Yep, you're welcome. I mean, that's what you mean. Okay. I'm gonna tell our people who are watching, you're welcome.
You're welcome. Yes. Right. Well, thank you all for hanging out with us this morning, for being a part of this very, very fun chat that we've had with John Collins. And,
yes, ma'am.
You know, if he's inspired you, he's made an impact on you, make sure that you follow him and tell others. And let's keep this momentum going, because he's doing good stuff. So let's cheerlead for each other as much as we can. That's what the morning show is all about, is lifting each other up and inspiring, being that bright start to your day. If you're looking for more exposure for your business, your book, or your brand, you're looking to publish your book, you're looking for media and PR, download your complimentary media starter kit at my website, makeyourbigimpact.com. That's makeyourbigimpact.com. We've got our Media Mastery Bootcamp is coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm so excited for that and can't wait to see you guys all there. We have a ton of stuff. Not only do we teach you how to create that media and exposure, we've got the platforms to put you on as well. So if you're looking for more speaking opportunities, looking for podcast interviews, make sure that you connect with us. makeyourbigimpact.com.
Well, what a fun show today. I've been looking forward to this all week long. I think all of our fans, Angel, are watching with like straight eyes. I am Tina Torres, your client retention expert, otherwise known as the gratitude specialist. And if you're struggling with attracting the right clients, knowing how to connect to them, or even if you just don't know how to convert them into clients, I have a complimentary guide that will help you grow your audience organically, online and offline, connect and nurture those relationships authentically, and then take those relationships and turn them into paying clients. You can text the word connection to 26786 to grab that guide. That is the word connection to 26786. And if you have not yet bought your Beyond Gratitude book, you can still do so on Amazon. Go to beyondgratitudebook.com. It is only $5. You can grab that today. We are Angel and Tina on the Angel and Tina Morning Show, where we come to you live every weekday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. We will see you guys tomorrow with Chef Maribel, our cooking segment. Bye, guys.